So we've all been told, work hard, be a team player, stay late, be loyal to your company, network, and you too can climb the corporate ladder, which is obviously what this represents. But I'm here to tell you that climbing the corporate ladder is basically a myth. Not that the corporate ladder doesn't exist, because it definitely does, but the myth is that you think you're the one in control of how fast you can climb this ladder. And I'm here to tell you that you're not. Want a raise? That's not up to you. Want a promotion? That's not up to you. Want more benefits? That's not up to you. It doesn't matter what you do. Climbing the corporate ladder is not in your control. The first thing I'd like you to realize is that companies can basically flat out lie to you to get you to do things. And there's really nothing you can do about it because it's their company and they can do what they want, right? It's a carrot on a stick. For example, have any of you ever experienced if you go back to school and get a degree, we'll promote you, and then they don't promote you, or they say something like, well, we just don't have an open position right now, but we'll let you know when there's one open, and then it opens and they hire someone outside that's cheaper. Or they say, if you go above and beyond, we'll take a look at your performance and review it. And then you go above and beyond and they say, you didn't go above and beyond, or they just don't review your performance at all. Now, I'm not saying that you have absolutely zero influence into being able to climb the ladder. I'm just saying that absolute control is not with you. So I'd like to give you a reality check about how the corporate ladder actually works. Corporate ladders are usually one way up. So you start climbing the corporate ladder, you get here, and they can just completely remove the corporate ladder out from under you. There's nowhere to go up, there's nowhere to go down. So what do? You either quit or you stay in this position. That happens quite a bit. You can be climbing the corporate ladder, getting to that department, that position, that's really cool, and then they come and just take the corporate ladder out from underneath you and say that department doesn't exist anymore. That position doesn't exist anymore. Another thing that can happen with corporate ladders is that you could be climbing from the bottom and then you get to the top and you're about right here and suddenly they extend the ladder 50 more rungs. And there's nothing you can do about that. Zero. You just keep climbing, or do you get a different job? At some companies, when you first get hired, they'll show you this fancy corporate ladder and they'll say, look at all this opportunity that's here for you, when in reality, it doesn't exist. It's just there to get people hired so that they can hold the carrot in front of you so that you think one day, if you work hard, stay late, you too can climb this corporate ladder. Now, another thing that can happen, you're doing good, you're working hard, you're trying to impress everybody, you're getting to this position up here at the top, and then you get here and there's nothing here for you except a new job title and more responsibility, which means more hours. So that's fun too. You like how this resembles like jail? Yeah, let me out! Let me out of this job! You'll never. That's exactly. Here's the thing about corporate ladders is that every company's corporate ladder is different. Different heights, different lengths. And one thing I don't think a lot of people think about is that they can change the structure of their corporate ladder at any time. From when you get hired to 20 years of company loyalty down the line. You could say, I've been here for 20 years and I was really hoping to make it up to the executive or the board of directors or whatever, and they can totally just change everything. And there's nothing you can do about it. So let's say you actually want to climb the corporate ladder and make more money and have a more prestigious position. What do you actually do? If you go online and you Google how to climb the corporate ladder, you'll get all of these really dumb results. Like here's one from Indeed, how to climb the corporate ladder. Identify your specific career goals. Look at the bigger picture of where you are in your career path and where you want to be. Useless information. Determine the greater milestones you need to meet. Useless information because these milestones at your company can be moved every single time. Find the smaller steps you need to take. Well, you can take as many steps as you want, but again, it's not up to you to decide if you get promoted or you get that raise or you get that project that you wanted. Number 4, set yearly performance goals with your manager. They don't have to do anything if you meet those goals. You meet all of your performance goals, say, okay, I'm ready to get that promotion. Sorry, we don't have the budget for it right now or ever because we don't want to promote you. There's another one, prioritize your professional development. Create a clear, defined blueprint to follow with input from your supervisor. Start participating in career development opportunities, on-the-job training, additional online education, formal classes, blah, blah, blah. Like, it doesn't matter. You can learn all these extra things. They still don't have to promote you. It is not up to you. There's some other answers on Quora. Work hard and work smart. Stay rational. Offer critique. Stay humble. Help your colleagues and newcomers. Remove bureaucracy as much as you can. Be the best version of yourself. Create genuine connection. How is that supposed to help you move up the corporate ladder? Like, that's nice in fairy tale land where everyone's nice to each other and that's how you make money and get promoted. But that's not how it actually works. How it actually works is work insanely long hours, indulge in internal politics, make your bosses feel good about themselves, flatter their ego, backstab your colleagues and every person below you, follow the stringent bureaucracy rules, lie and cheat to advance. There's another answer, which is pretty true. Let go of your personal life, let go of your personal opinions, abide by management, work longer hours than anyone else, work harder than anyone else. Man, that's not. If hard work was the key to success in life, then the people out here digging trenches in the dirt and these construction workers would be the billionaires of the world. Like, that's just not how you make it and get rich. It's such a meme. Don't have children or a family. Yeah, that's true. Make your desk your best friend. That's true. Attend all corporate parties with management if you're invited, and if you're not invited, figure out a way to get invited, right? Play company politics. That's probably the top one. Abide by hierarchy, even if you find it illogical. Yeah, you got to do a lot of things that don't make sense if you want to climb someone else's ladder. I just think it's funny that we're all raised to believe that if we just work hard and go to college and be our best versions of ourselves, we'll all climb the corporate ladder one day and we'll all be CEOs and make six figures, and that's just not, it's just not true. Look at this college that is like, it's funny because it's for organizational leadership, which I already roasted, but they say, typical steps to becoming a CEO. Step 1, earn a bachelor's degree. This is stupid. Step 1, open a business. What? You want to be a CEO? Make a business. Now you're a CEO. Congratulations. Step 2, build on-the-job experience. The position of a CEO must be worked up to on a professional level. That's not true. And even then, you're not in control if you work up to being CEO. Investopedia, how to become a CEO. If you come down, it talks about the story about Jack Welch. He's the former chair and CEO of General Electric. It's an excellent example of an extrovert who was able to garner respect and who had vision even as a low-level engineer at General Electric. While there, a higher-up took notice of his abilities, and the rest is history. What if the higher-ups didn't take notice? It doesn't sound like that was in his control at all. I'm sure there are a lot of people who are working real hard that just don't get noticed. This is survivorship bias. It says, the bottom line, although some individuals are born leaders, most are made. Becoming a chief executive takes years of hard work. Literally just go open a business entity. You can do corporation, S-Corp, LLC, hire a couple people, make yourself a C-suite CEO. Now, boom, done. Now you're a business. This is so stupid. It says, extensive experience in the company's field is desirable. Finally, those that have worked their way up from a low level within the organization may have an advantage, as they arguably know the company better than any outsider ever could. And that's like, we want to hire within first, but that's not how it actually is. They hire people outside of the company because they're cheaper. They don't want to promote from within. I saw this happen so many times. Like at my engineering job, I saw this in action. We had someone who had been there for like 9 years. He was the most loyal guy ever. And he would come work all this extra overtime. He had a bunch of kids that he was trying to take care of, but he wanted to be able to provide for his kids more. And so he was trying to get promotion. It was him and this other dude that was just joining the company. Had no knowledge of anything, but he happened to be friends with the manager, and he took the manager out to play golf one weekend, and he got the job. Instead of this guy who had been here for 9 years, knows how to actually get results and make the company money, and just, he deserved it, and the other guy didn't. But that's not how you play the corporate game. The CEO at my company wasn't even like a business dude. He was like a lawyer, and he had his own private office away in the corner, and when people would walk by and he'd be in there, people would be like, oh my gosh, he's actually there. Like, he's just some fucking guy. It's so stupid. Start your journey to becoming a CEO today by enrolling in this very expensive college. What skills are you going to learn in organizational leadership to become a CEO? Shouldn't you know something about the product and how it's made? There's this thing called the Peter Principle, which is when people get promoted into management positions and then they're not qualified to be in those positions, but they're somehow supposed to manage the people that are actually doing the things without ever having done those things themselves. Step 3, earn a master's degree. Why you need degrees for when you're the top person in the company? Who do you need a resume for, to apply to yourself? The main thing with the corporate ladder is that it is a carrot on a stick. Yes, you can definitely climb it, but no, you don't have absolute control over whether you do or you don't. You may think that you do, but again, you don't, because these decisions are made by executives in conferences somewhere in some fancy hotel building eating an expensive meal without any thought of you. They're just thinking of how they can make more money, how they can grow the business. They're not thinking, oh, Bob in accounting is working hard, staying rational, staying humble, helping his colleagues, being the best version of himself, and creating genuine connection. That's not, CEOs don't think about that. They're thinking, who's working the longest? Who can we give the minimum amount of pay raise to keep him working that much? And then they pick that guy. That's really, it's profit and loss. That's all it is. It's just business. It's their company. They can do that. But as a worker, I'm telling you that you should think about these things. If you really want to climb the corporate ladder, here's my advice. Build your skills and go to companies that respect your skills and want to pay you for it. Because as your skills increase at one company, the pay rate doesn't usually correspond to that. So if you want to actually make more money, get in a better position, switch jobs. Learn to disagree with people that try to take advantage of you, and definitely respect your time, because if you don't respect your time, if you give your time away for free, no one else is going to value it either. You're working overtime for nothing. Why would they want to pay you for it? You don't seem to care. You're not saying anything. You're just doing it because you're loyal, right? Hey, let's define what company loyalty is, by the way. I guess it would be you have better opportunities somewhere else, but you choose to stay at this company because reasons? You see, in my mind, what I think company loyalty is them treating you like garbage and you saying thank you for the opportunity to be treated like garbage. Yeah, I mean, you'll see all this advice on like CS career questions and ask engineers, like become an asset, make yourself inexpendable or whatever. Like, you don't control that. Sorry, bro. That's not in your power. You can't make yourself unfireable. Some dude above you's got that power. You may think that you are unfireable, but you're not. Anytime a company is deciding whether to keep you on or not, they're basically just running the metric of how much of a pain in the butt is it going to be to replace this person. Is what he knows right now and him leaving going to be more annoying than hiring someone else and training them? That's really what it comes down to. There's not much more than that. Climbing the corporate ladder is a myth. Get different jobs when you can that get more money and build your skills and open your own business. If you truly want to get paid what you're worth, you gotta remember, like, they're paying you something and they're making X amount of dollars on top of what they're paying you. So that's what your actual worth is. Your salary plus their profit on you. If you want that, you gotta open your own business. But anyways, hopefully this has been a reality check for you. If you enjoyed it, click thumbs up, click subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you think. See you in the Reddit post probably.